Do you remember me? I remember you. I'm host Eric, host of Talking with Famous People. And this is a chance for us all to live, love, learn, know, admire, respect, care, nurture. It's an opportunity for us to do all of those things and so much more. Or an opportunity for us to do none of those things, whichever way you prefer. Everybody wants to what? Everybody wants to.
I can't help now but say, rule the world.
Yeah. But if I were to answer the question in more of a in a less intuitive way, really, if I were to say, okay, well, what does everybody actually want? Well, might say everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to have some purpose or feel included in something or stuff like that. There's some basic universal um, commonalities of things that we all want. Probably it would be easy to say something like everybody wants to be loved. But, there are some people who seem very like obsessed with their career and stuff. Maybe that's not really what they want. They obviously don't want to be like treated poorly, I'm sure. That's a fair assumption. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to be loved. I don't think it's the case that everybody wants to rule the world. I wouldn't I wouldn't kick it out of bed, but it's not really something that I want very badly. So we do have now faster internet. And I got to enjoy the experience of uploading a typing session that was lightning fast. Our download right now is only like 4 times faster than it used to be, but the upload is 30 times faster than it used to be. So that's uh, that's pretty great. And I did a typing session earlier. I typed a guy. I put it up for publishing tomorrow morning. It was nice the way that went down because I got the PayPal and I emailed them right away, and then he emailed me back right away, and we just did it right then. So I don't have to frilly frally around with wondering when that is, etc.
It's
That
like your
kind of stuff.
favorite way of handling.
Yeah,
Awesome.
everybody handling it is bam, 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 all done. So, if you have any thoughts about what everybody wants to do, wants to, yeah, then you can type them into the chat here. I was briefly watching a little bit of Flow Stage stream. Um, I guess you could say I even considered. Well, I didn't see the pinned link, where you can join. So, but I was considering maybe I'd want to join it. Then I listened to it for a little while, and I decided I didn't want to. I just don't feel like I find discussions of things very productive. I see things more in terms of uh, questions and answers, right? Like, we ask questions in order to answer them. Discussion is only of value insofar as it's contributing to answering a question that's difficult to answer. But I think most of the people like involved with the flow state stream, they want to discuss things to express interpretations and stuff. It's a different order of business, right? Uh, nothing inherently wrong with it. It's just not for me. I'm just past that stage of my life where I I find just like socialization to be satisfying in and of itself without any like purposeful without any real progress being made in a conversation or a discussion, you know. But that's kind of a problem I have with typology and with a lot of things in life, I guess, is that I think questions we ask questions in order to answer them, and a lot of other people they they talk for very different reasons, you know. Hi, Winston's mom. How are you this fine Friday evening? I
Hi,
hope you're
Winston's
doing
mom.
well.
I hope you're doing well too.
So, so I elected not to stick around Flow State stream, and I decided to start streaming myself instead. You know, I must say, when I think about it, it's pretty good that I can get 10 or 11 people here with just me and occasionally Rachel chiming in.
Mm-hmm.
Given that Flow State's got like 90 people there, but he's got like
Wow.
6 people in his panel, you know. So given that it's just me, it's not so terrible to do 1/8 as well in terms of a viewing audience or 1/9, you know. That's that's not too bad.
No.
Not that there's any reason for me to compare myself to Flow State because he's doing something so totally different than what I'm doing, you know. And I don't feel like jealous or anything because I don't want to do that. You know? So it's hard for me to feel jealous about somebody succeeding doing something that I don't want to do. Well, I'm very happy for him, and I wish him obviously all the best in his YouTube endeavors. I think he's a good guy, smart guy, you know. Sometimes he gets a little off the rails with his, you know, fairly partisan flavored notions.
What does that mean?
You know, he's that fourth slot in I thing, like him saying, you know, COVID was a hoax or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
or that kind of stuff. A lot of people are like that though. They prefer kind of simple or holistic explanations that totalize one side is correct or the other side is incorrect without necessarily doing all the parsing work or extroverted intuition work one needs to do in order to know things wisely. But, you know, who am I to judge? Taylor does a lot better than most people at being intellectually rigorous. At least in those panels that he hosts, he seems to be the most intellectually rigorous one. So
Do you see comparisons with the way that he handles group talk compared to what's that guy's name? Oh, the buff guy who interviews people, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Joe Rogan is doing like regular interviews,
Okay.
right? Taylor's doing something that's a distinct medium, really. It's hosting panel discussions. You know, he's a discussion mediator. He's a bullshit caller. He's Okay, you said enough. Hold on. You talk now. That he's that guy, you know.
Well, it's a little bit more like that ESPN show with the round the clock.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is more like round the clock than it is like Joe Rogan. He may be the same type as Joe Rogan, but and he has kind of a similar vibe. Taylor's more of an
Yeah,
ape,
that's
you
what I.
know.
Yeah, that's true. What are you talking about? You do this all the time.
Wait, why you guys doing this? Well, we were hoping to elicit that comment from you. So mission accomplished. We won. We won. We started doing this because I was hoping Husu Huey 7 Woo 3 He would come and comment, wait, why are you guys doing this?
We really were happening.
Heart you for answering my question. You are welcome. You deserved an important answer to your important question, and you got one. You are welcome so much. I could not welcome you anymore to those wonderful answers you received. Here's I'll transubstantiate a bomber for you too. Husu Huey 7 Woo 3 He. And call you Camellia? Okay, Camellia. I'll transubstantiate this bomber for you. By the powers vested in me, I hereby transubstantiate it.
Yeah, me too.
As the archpastor's wife, Rachel is empowered to transubstantiate bombers. So, needless to say, I've spoken a great deal today already in earlier live streams, expressing thoughts ranging from A to B to D to K to L to Q to R to Z. But there's plenty of alphabet letters left, so I figured I might as well stream a little bit more. The bottom line is I'm awake, but I don't want to stay up all night, so I thought I'd do a little bit more streaming here until I feel somewhat tired. But I'm not exactly sure how tonight's gonna play because I don't feel tired at all. I feel not just amped on amphetamines, but I feel just in a very high energy moment of my life right now. I took earlier I made some hamburgers and I made mine a buttery jack. I don't know enough about him, Astafasta. No, this is my 39-year-old wife.
Yeah.
And I'm 52. I do have a daughter though.
Yeah, he does.
She is 25.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard some things about him. I've seen his name in the news. But I don't really know enough about him to comment on him.
I don't know anything about him.
He's a politician.
Mm.
He puts out some strange rhetoric. I had somebody compare him to me before. Compare me to him before. Can't you answer my question?
Oh, you did. He did answer your question.
What?
He's 52, and I'm not his daughter.
But that doesn't say why can't you answer my question. It says I can't you answer my question.
Oh.
I don't know what he means by that.
I don't either. No, it's okay. That happens. I'm his wife.
Mm-hmm. But you know, probably you're just a troll anyway. So I already told you, for fuck's sake. Well, her name's Rachel.
39. Tito? You have food on your plate? Yeah, your brother's behind the couch.
It's Roll who had an idea, and
Watch
then
out, Pee-Pee.
when it didn't go out like he thought it would, right? Like
Oh,
he
good
thought
girl.
he's gonna ask the question and get one kind of answer, got a totally different answer, and just was like, I must have gotten the answer I anticipated, right? I do not have a son, and my name is Eric. I just have a daughter, one child. Um, an excellent child, though.
Yeah.
I figure you can really only get that lucky with a child one time. Second child, you'd be, well, we're 14 years apart. We're 13 years apart at the moment. Maybe it's because I'm so pimpin'. Have you considered that option? I think that's probably why it is.
I think so too. I think you're pimpin'.
Thanks, darling. That's why I have a hot young wife, even though I'm 52 years old. But you tell me. But why am I so pimpy? Good question, asked the Fasta. Excellent question. And let's say Buck's channel. Hello, Buck's channel. How are you? Why is Eric so pumping? Well, could be the beauty, could be the wit, could be the intellect. Who knows? I would say it could be the nice house, but I didn't have that when Rachel and I got together. How am I? I am doing very well, frankly. Really quite well. Interesting things going on in life. You know, got a new bottle of Adderall that always helps. I've been listening to Apple Pen Pineapple song. I really like that. Hi, Dat Boy Klaus. It is good to see you. It is better than bad to see you. It is good. I am pleased, and that is good. So, you know, I'm just musing about snoozing and losing tonight. But really, I'm not. I'm enjoying a little troll activity, you know? And that's always kind of fun. I'm glad to hear that, Dead Boy Klaus. Sir Elijah Nolan. Boy, my eyes are good tonight. I can read the chat on the phone without my glasses. I guess that means they're rested eyes. I have well rested eyes. They don't make trolls like they used to. Dulles, hello. How are you? There are many Bucks channels, but there's only one Bucks channel. I like that, Dulles. I like that observation. Maybe I should put you on the fortune cookie writing team. Anybody have any good ideas for fortune cookie fortunes? Such as if you see an armadillo, it's not your month. No, thank you. You'll have the great day or something. I don't know. You will have the great day. I like you will have the great day. If we just said you will have a great day, I would say, like, oh, it's a little boring. But you will have the great day. Not just any great day, but the great day. Quit smoking, please, bro, please. No, thank you. You're so old because you smoke. It's bad for you. You should not do that. Well, I would point something out that I'd be exactly the same age if I did not smoke. So I'm not sure it's the case that. I'm sorry, did you not hear me? I said no thank you to your unsolicited advice. Maybe you should try respecting people's wishes a little bit more. I neither solicited your input on this matter, and I politely declined it when you offered it the first 2 times. So, chillax. Yeah, be more interesting. Well, everybody does have different opinions, but that does not mean that that does not mean that got distracted. Okay, well, CJ Rock and Hisui Hui Hui. Once again, no thank you. Hey, I'm a child of divorce. Give me a break. Well, Patrick Bateman, here's a break for you.
I'm now a child of divorce.
Oh, that's true. Rachel's a child of divorce now.
I am.
Granted,
I joined the statistics.
Oh yeah, you joined the statistics. You're not going to stop? Okay, well, you keep on doing it then. You spend your evening telling me to stop smoking. I'm not even going to time you out.
That's like a little bit too much caring about someone who doesn't care about you.
It's true, I don't care about you. Thank you, Sir Elijah Nolan. And, well, I mean, you don't care enough about me to respect my wishes regarding your unsolicited advice.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a nice house for less. God bless. God bless you too. Well, once again, if you don't care about me, then why are you telling me to stop smoking? If you do care about me, then why don't you respect my wishes to stop? Chris Chapman says, I'm happy when Eric says be more interesting because I take it as aspirational. Everybody wants to watch this stream, of course. Hey all. Hey Carlos Paiva. Those aren't real people, definitely trolls from Jack Talcott and Flow State streams, some psychos of Jack streams, and by extension. Oh, well, I don't care where they're from. It's like, little gnats come around me. I have a decade of swatting them experience. Well, CJ Rock, I'm going from not caring about you to just thinking actively, actively uncaring about you. Texans at Ravens. You say the Ravens are 9.5 point favorites. Makes sense. Packers at 49ers, also 9.5 point favorites. A little bit more surprising to see. Buccaneers at Lions. The Lions are 6.5 point favorites. Chiefs at Bills, 2.5 point favorites. Chiefs at Bills, I understand that being a thin margin. I'm surprised it's not even thinner than that. Uh, I also am picking the Bills in that game. It's easy to pick Ravens, Niners. The Ravens are going to win and the Niners are going to win. We can just take that one, write a check with it, and deposit it into the bank. Well, are they going to win by more than 9.5 points? I don't know about that. But I feel confident that, you know, I would say yes. I think the Niners are going to win by more than 9.5 points. And I think the Ravens are too. I would I would take both of them and the points. Is it buffering? It shouldn't be buffering because we did get our internet upgraded today. And we are currently, although this should go up next week, but we are currently at 100. So it's 100 downloads and 100 uploads. That's a lot of people to respond to. I'm pretty good at responding, you know. I can cover a lot of ground pretty quickly. Sir Elijah Nolan says your channel is good. Keep up your hard work. Keep your hard work up. 3 stars. Well, thank you so much, Sir Elijah Nolan. I would not call this hard work, but I will keep it up nevertheless. Is evil something you are or is it something you do? Well, I would say this is interesting. I'm enjoying tonight's stream. A lot of interesting things coming. Except Definitely Klaus is disagreeing with me in the Bills game. But it's at the Bills. It's not going to be as cold. But Kansas City did well in the cold in Kansas City. It was even colder in Kansas City. All right, first, last, hello. Hello, hello. It is good to see you. A coon, 10 years, asks, are you home alone? Yes. No. Maybe. Are you home alone? If I were home alone, I wouldn't be bothered by the fact that I were home alone, but I would wonder where Rachel was.
If you were home alone, would you do the things that Macaulay Culkin does in Home Alone?
Probably. At least I would do this for sure.
Yeah, but that's what happens. He like puts aftershave on his face and goes, "Oh!"
Goodbye, Sir Elijah Nolan. Last your handle. Alpha to Omega. Soup to nuts. Beginning and end. Which team are you going for, sir? Which team are you going for? I believe. Oh, what? Am I rooting for any of those particular teams? Yeah, Rachel and I think are both rooting for the Niners.
I am. It makes me nervous because I'm so used to teams that lose.
Because that's our local team. We're not super local to any place in California, but but we're closest to the Niners. So that's the team that we get for our TV local team, you know. Because I don't have NFL season ticket during the regular. I don't need it during the playoffs. Don't want it during the regular season. So
how old are you? Since you asked us, Camilla, whatever. Sorry to mess up your name. What, like, how old are you? I'm just asking because I'm curious now. You sound young.
Well, I can tell how very, 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 very sorry you are. So
Yeah,
that's.
that's true. It's a lot of it's a lot of feelings there. Like, it reminds me of
Somebody just bullshitting. Yeah, me too. So anyway, this has been, diversionary to encounter some wackiness from the wild west of the internet. I guess you could say I just want to have a meaningful relationship with someone special. Do you think that everybody wants that? Everybody wants to meow? Well, Patrick Bateman, I think that's a very normal goal for people who are LTR kind of people. People who want to be in long term relationships and aren't, then it's kind of a fundamental goal of such people, I think. It isn't safe to walk the city streets alone. Anticipation's running through me. Let's find the key and turn this engine on. I can feel you breathe. I can feel your heartbeat faster. Are those song lyrics? MHM, of course. Who's MHM? Your name probably means something other than airport in another language. Hmm. Well, it's one T away from most dull.
many homely men, of course.
Many homely men? That's what MHM stands
No,
for?
no, it
Stands
doesn't.
for? I know.
I like it
I
though.
like it too. You know what that guy sounds like? Vincent Gallo, no joke. I know Gallo well, how he talks.
He types? Vincent Gallo types?
I think he means,
Oh, oh, oh,
yeah, he means types with his fingers.
oh.
Well, that'd be kind of flattering if Vincent Gallo were to show up here and attempt to troll me. Maybe he's been directed to some of my more dismissive commentary about him. Or what would be
It's
most painful to him would be my not dismissive but accurate commentary about the rock and hard places put himself in artistically and ontologically.
like he's Buffalo 66's director, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is definitely an artistic choices for sure. That movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was a striking film.
Striking is right. Christina Ricci with blonde hair and blue eyeshadow.
I anticipate 2 Josh Allen interceptions, and the Bills defense lost a lot of guys to injury. Okay, well, last week before the Bills Steelers game, I predicted that Josh Allen was going to do a lot of damage running up the middle. And indeed he did. Not as frequently as I anticipated, but with one long touchdown run, another big one, and I think there was a third or fourth one even. Do you think that the Chiefs are going to do a better job of preventing Josh Allen from running up the middle? Because here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing Josh Allen looking into the secondary, nothing but receivers blanketed by Chiefs defensive backs and the linebackers who dropped into coverage to get those interceptions, and Josh Allen going, pow, right up the middle. What do you think about that? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Huh? See, I don't know if I think the Chiefs have a better defense than the Steelers do, but um, that is the one thing that I think the Bills. If the Bills don't turn the ball over, if Josh Allen makes all the right decisions, And every time the Chiefs have dropped into coverage, he runs with it. Now, sure, they're going to start putting a spy, right? But he's pretty shifty. And if you get a spy out of position to try to, who's cheating on like a pump fake, right? Then Josh Allen will squirt right past him. What do you think about that? I'm not worried that the Chiefs are gonna be able to put some points on the board. I agree with you that Mahomes is a big game stud. You know, I mean he's just a winner across the board. But I'm not sure that the Chiefs' offense this year, with as many drops as they have, especially, and including Taylor's boyfriend, who's caught the dropsy bug this season, along with all the other receivers in Kansas City for some reason. It's crazy when you watch some of their games how many drops they have. Anyway, if that continues, a single drop can very easily be a drive killer. A drive killer can be a quarter killer. So I'm not sure if the Chiefs can outscore the Bills, even though I think the Chiefs' defense is better than the Bills, because I think the Bills' offense is ultimately going to score more points than the Chiefs' offense is. After a few drops, maybe one of those drops gets picked off because it hits off the receiver's hands and bounces to the DB or something. You get a turnover in the Bills' favor. At home, Buffalo crowd being super loud every time Mahomes is trying to audible and shit. Get a couple penalties in there. It seems like the Bills win to me. But I guess we shall find out. I don't think I saw that game. I don't think I did. But I think I remember seeing the like stories about it on ESPN. It was earlier this year, right? Is that what you're saying? Cool ideas for fortunes, such as very nice hats worn by really nice people. I think that's a great fortune cookie fortune. Very nice hats worn by really nice people. It's open to interpretation. You're like, oh, what does that mean? I'm sorry I missed it. But, we once again, this weekend, we have not one, not two, not three, but four football games on. Four. That's pretty exciting. Now, I do think that the closest game, in my mind, is really the Lions and the Bucks. I think that's a closer matchup than I feel less clarity about who's going to win than I do in Bills Chiefs. Maybe because I know the Bills Chiefs better, each of those teams better than I know the Detroit Lions or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay looked great last week, stomping the Eagles. Yeah, let's go football. Double L, A B T, double O, F. Turn it around, and what do you get? Football, football, hooray, football. I made that cheer up myself. Thank you very much. I see. Have you come up with one? I'm not sure that's a great fortune, actually. First lost. But let's go football is a great fortune for a fortune cookie. I don't know if you saw it, that book class, but I put up a short on my channel called Bucks Do the Safety Dance after they got a safety last week. It's a pretty good video. I'm saying this sort of hoping, hinting without saying explicitly until now that Winston's mom will link to it. And earn herself a wonder point in the process, I should say. If you haven't seen yet my Bucks Do the Safety Dance short, I think you'll all enjoy it, okay? Some of you might say, that's a little obvious, but I think you'll all enjoy it. Your mom's a chick, your mom's a chick, your mom's a chick, your mom's a chick, because you know your mom's a chick. Yes, your mom is a chick. Hey, that wasn't even a fortune. I'm being unfairly judged. You know what? I'm being unfairly judged as a fortune though. I think that's a good one. Your mom's a chick is a great fortune as well. I will link it myself. Or you know what I could even do, which might even be easier than linking it. I will link it though. And here's the link. In case there are any old RPG grognards out there, Quasquetin has postal code 52326. I am an old RPG player, but I don't know what those words mean. I've not recognized them. Yes, Heroland, that's where the hilarious is.
I was playing with words.
Yes. It's hilarious, you know. It's kind of in the same vein of hilarious as that time that somebody asked Brittany if she had any kids, and she said none that I know of.
That's funny.
I agree, that boy Klaus. For those of you who didn't click the link, I'm gonna play it over here on the thing.
It's so good. It's so forbidden.
Yeah, right. That's the Egypt dance. It's another word for that dance that they're doing. They're doing the, where it's like the, it's more like Arabian, maybe,
Yeah.
than Egypt. No, it's kind of Egypt. It's kind of like Egypt people walking, maybe. Well, that's more like this, right?
Yeah, that's this, like this.
Yeah, that's true. They walk like that. I'm sure there is a dance that includes the
Th-
Egypt walking.
this, like, with the other, it's so perfect to have safety dance for that because the guy's doing this, and then it slowly pans out, and you see that his friend on his team is doing the same thing.
Right. That's the sign for a safety, of course, the referee gives. Give me a shout out, says the Mega Doo Doo Mega PP.
Ah, clever, clever. My goodness.
Well, I have given you a shout out now. Well, I think perhaps the troll has returned with a different name. That's certainly conceivable. I have given you a shout out, and I hope you feel your ears ringing from the volume of the shout.
You could dance if you want to. Leave your friends behind.
Because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. And we can go where we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And we're never gonna use it, never gonna lose it.
So good.
It's a good song. For an old song that I liked a lot when I was in like elementary school, like fourth or fifth grade when that came out.
Yeah.
I liked it so much. It was my favorite song.
Wow, really?
Yeah, when that song came out, for sure. I remember going to my friend Kelly's house and I just listened to the song over and over again. I just thought it was so great. And I still like it.
You had good taste even back then.
I did. Thank you for saying so, but it's true. Okay, well. So, I'm going to assume that not having heard anything further from David is just a sign that everything's going smoothly.
I think so.
Yeah, he couldn't call me if there were any sort of problem or somebody would. I haven't confirmed with either Delilah or him that, things are moving forward, but it's Friday. Like, if we wait till Monday, wait till Monday.
I think usually
They're
real
probably
estate
yeah,
people are like that.
yeah, they're probably already mid process or whatever.
Yeah, like at least
Yeah.
At least I think they tend to be anyway. The good ones are really like every day.
Kelly Clay has commanded me to dance, but no, Acacia did not die. Wouldn't you feel bad if she had
So
actually
morbid.
died?
Yeah, wouldn't you feel bad? They're gone now.
There's my dancing. Yeah, they're gone.
They left like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Meow.
The second part of the chorus is weak. Well, there's one part of the chorus, I guess, that I can think of as weak. Like, oh, I have to think. I have to hear more. Okay, well, maybe it is Hero Lamb. I'm not saying it's the greatest song of all time. I'm just saying that I like the song. I think it's a good song. And I liked it as a kid, and I still think it's good. And that's not true for everything that I listened to as a kid, certainly. It's like I don't remember the stuff that I listened to that wasn't good. That's what it really boils down to. Is anything I listened to as a kid that was good, I remember it as an adult and go back to it. If it wasn't good, I don't remember it. Now, there are some things I remember that turn out to not be good when I check them out, but like I try to think of like good shit that I haven't heard in a while sometimes, right? What were they trolling about earlier? They were telling me to stop smoking in a very troll-like fashion. But, it didn't bother me at all. I found it kind of kind of nice, you know, like, oh, there's there's a little agitation going on, you know. It provides some spark, some flavor, a snifter, and a couple of other things. But I am getting a little bit tireder than I was earlier when I started the stream. However, I don't feel remotely tired enough to go to sleep. So I'm feeling a little bit conflicted about whether or not I'm going to go to sleep and should just sort of wind down, or if I'm not going to sleep and should not wind down. Yes, Tara?
I'm gonna try and do the dance part of it.
Which one?
The think about things.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to sing it while you...
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Trouble hush. Alright. I'm gonna bring up the lyrics.
But I'm only doing one part.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into the into it from the part right before. I just want to see the lyrics are. Okay. We are bound together now and forever, and I will never let you go. Baby, I can't wait to know. What do you think about things? Believe me, I will always be there, so you can tell me anything and I'll listen.
I only know the...
You know,
I only know this
part,
the beginning and the... I do it on the wrong. Yeah, that.
Why you know better than me?
I'll learn it soon enough.
It's a fun dance.
It is.
Malachi Parks says, huh? I say, in reply. What do you think about that, Malachi Parks? Pretty snappy retort, huh? Malachi Parks' mind is kind of blown right now. By the way, I hugged him. He wasn't expecting that. He was expecting me to just be like, what? But no.
That's a tough question, Winston's mom, for me to answer, but I want to hear what Eric has to say.
Would I rather have a dragon or a unicorn?
Or have. Oh,
well, obviously, it would matter a lot how big the dragon was, you know, mostly in terms of mythology. Dragons sometimes can speak. They're sentient beings. So in that sense, it would be more interesting to have a dragon. You wouldn't have to worry about a dragon causing havoc or whatever if it were small enough. But on the other hand, you can't really have a dragon, therefore, without being a slaver. So maybe a unicorn, but I don't even want a horse. Why would I want a unicorn? It's just a horse that's more likely to stab you. Leo's Creations say, I earned a sub. Well, thank you, Leo's Creations. I wonder how I did that. Levine Adams says, what is your favorite food? Oh, it's dedicated to his daughter? I didn't know that either. First Last says, ever since I heard you sing it, I've been listening to it nonstop. Didn't know it was dedicated to his daughter, supposedly, but I guess you can interpret it relationship-wise as well, so it's cool. What is my favorite food? Hero Lamb says Komodo dragon meat steak. That's quite a delicacy. What's my favorite food? Well, I'd probably say like ribeye steak is one of my favorites. But I have to say the halibut I had the other night was super fantastic, but I don't normally like halibut or fish in general, you know. Horse meat. Horse meat. I've never eaten horse meat before. Here in America, we don't believe that horses are animals you should eat. We think cows you should eat, but horses you should ride. We differentiate between our animals. These ones are for eating, those ones are for riding. Unicorns have special powers. Well, one of their special powers is to prevent everything, everyone who's not a virgin from riding on their back. Only virgins are allowed to ride on unicorns. Another reason for me not to get a unicorn, I suppose. I'm fairly confident neither Rachel nor I would be allowed to ride on the unicorn. What is funny is I saw this anime one time where they had a dark unicorn, and its rule was you had to be a slut to ride on it. Well, remember, Rachel, you're not going to be allowed to ride on it. I think unicorn horns may like have healing powers or something, but I'm not sure if the unicorn will let either of us even touch it. We might befoul it with our sluttiness. Because as a married couple, Rachel, as you may know, you and I engage in marital entanglement, which is the quantum name for sex. Yusuf Y to official says hi, and I want to reply with an equally robust hello. Now, if we could get a small dragon, that'd be fine.
Usually they grow. Well, they might have mini dragons.
Yeah, I think they're like bonsai dragons, you know, like
Yeah.
like
I'd
sure
be scared though.
if you get a red dragon, they're gonna get huge. They're gonna blow fire everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult.
You need something small like a silver dragon. Its breath just, you know, it's basically like it breathes out Febreze. So you keep it in the house. Every time it does its dragon's breath, it just.
I think spirit wise, I would rather be a unicorn. I'd rather have a unicorn spirit. I think I match that profile more than I do dragon spirit.
Because then only virgins will be able to get on you.
Well, I guess in your terms, yes. Gross.
I don't know. I'm attracted more to the dragon because dragons are more for boys and unicorns are more for girls. You know. I saw two pretty horses a week ago, and a white one stared at me for like 10 minutes. They're social. IG.
I guess.
Yeah, they are. They certainly are, and yeah, it makes me sad because I think about this horse near our house that seems to spend a lot of time alone.
Yeah.
So I don't like it when things kick me in the FI like that. Makes me unhappy. OSM, the unicorn with the multi-metal horn tipped with osmium, can do it all. He has the powers of all the metal horn unicorns. Osmium is much rarer than gold, about 1,000 times, but it is only worth about a quarter of the price because there are so few uses for it. Well, good to know.
That's good to know.
That's very specific data.
Scotland is known for unicorns.
The deft artisan disputes the title of this. Everybody wants to. Well, I was gonna say everybody wants to not want to, so therefore it is true.
Everybody, I keep on keep on singing in my mind. Everybody wants to Wing Chun tonight, but it's not that. Everybody Wing Chun tonight.
Yeah. Name 3 countries. All right, Guam, um, New Guinea, and the Ivory Coast. There you go. I named 3 countries. Best 3 countries, I could think of that quickly. Well, Guam's pretty great, I said to myself. I'm sure. Never been there, but I'm sure it's fantastic. New Guinea, that's got to be fantastic. I've never been there. And I've never been to the Ivory Coast, but I assume like everything there is made out of ivory. That's pretty fancy.
I really like people, at least like females from Canada, like the hairdresser woman for like that I talked to on Instagram. She like invited me to go see the show that she works for in Toronto, and I was like, "Oh, I totally would, but I'm in California."
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was super chill, like really nice. And then the other one, the makeup artist, wanted me to go to a dancing class with her.
Where does she live?
Toronto also.
Ooh. How is it that Australia is both a country and a continent? Well, first, last, I'm going to dispute its continent status. I prefer to think that it's a big island. So, geo geos might disagree with me. They might say, no, it's definitely a continent. But you know what? I'm using my intuition and my feelings. And I feel like it's an island.
I like that.
So therefore, we no longer have this problem of it being both a country and a continent. Sir Elijah Nolan, I am so glad you were back because we needed your help so badly about 5 minutes ago, but we don't need it anymore, so it's fine. But still, whew, close call.
I have a pen. I have a pineapple.
Yeah,
Pineapple pen.
I really like this pineapple pen song.
It's so good.
Apple, pineapple, pineapple pen, or whatever it is. Plus, a lot more cool to say I live on an island. It's true.
I used to live on an island.
Rachel did. It was not a short island.
Nope.
It was a
Long Island.
That's right, Long Island. Home of New Yorkers who live near Manhattan, but not in Manhattan.
Yep. Manhattan's an island too, actually.
It is, yeah. It's okay, Sir Elijah Nolan. It's okay. We just needed the leadership of a knight was what happened. None of the rest of us here have been knighted. So, as a bunch of commoners, we were just standing around and going like, "What do we do? Where's the nobility to help us?" Naturally. Got a girlfriend in art school. Got an art school girlfriend. If those are lyrics, I like those lyrics. Man, I've been hatting for decades. You've been hatting?
Or hating. Hatting?
That definitely says hatting.
Have you been hat tricking for decades?
Or is that just what it means to wear a hat?
No. Yeah, probably. I've been hatting for days.
Yeah.
I like to call baseball hats caps, though.
Baseball hats are caps. That's why they're called baseball caps. I don't really know if anybody calls those. Oh yeah, I probably call it a hat. Like I would say, um, thank you, Sir Elijah Nolan. We will especially call upon you should there be a quest for a grail, or need to slay a dragon or something.
Or get out of a hole in Minecraft.
Yeah, or get out of a hole in Minecraft. It was delightful to hear Delilah laughing so um, heartily and happily when Rachel and I told her how when we played Minecraft, we dug ourselves down to the bottom of a hole and couldn't figure out how to get out. She thought that was just hilarious. I'm getting a cerveza. It's gonna quench my thirst. My thirst for cerveza. This doesn't have any alcohol in it, though. Don't worry, everybody. Don't you worry your pretty little heads.
Please no, like, don't drink.
I'm not.
It's like, no, I'm saying to, like, the people out there in the stream, like, you don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? You don't drink, don't smoke.
Are you telling them all to be sluts? Man, I've been hatting for decades. He means I've been living in Manhattan.
What?
When he said I've been hatting for decades, it means I've been living in Manhattan.
Oh, really? Have you? That's pretty special.
No, I don't think he has been, actually. He's saying that's what he meant by it.
Oh.
Because it says it's the sentence that comes to mind when I hear Manhattan.
Oh.
You see?
I was gonna say, man, that's like, that, if you've been in Manhattan for decades, that's like a real one. You're a real New Yorker, like, it's not easy.
You're rich, in other words.
Yeah.
If you've lived in Manhattan for decades.
Yeah.
Manhattan's lived in me for decades.
Has it?
Yes, by movies and TV shows.
Sure.
Because New York's got to be one of the most filmed places in all of the world for movies and stuff, Maybe not like now. You might say like, well, right now New York's not one of the more commonly filmed in places. You might be right about that. I don't know if that's the case or not, but over the course of you're watching the stream from your yacht. I'm impressed you got good internet coverage out at sea. Unless you're docked in the yacht harbor. In your yacht hangar. I wonder if you're really rich, you don't just have a yacht, you have a yacht hangar. The boy Klaus says, I thought it meant Hatton equals Cap'n equals lion. Well, I thought it meant wearing a hat. So. But now I think it means I've been either living in or going to Manhattan for decades. I've been Hatton for decades. Maybe works best with been going to Manhattan for decades. Wow, I got to say, you really have a nice house. Oh, thank you, Sir Elijah Nelson. Hey, this walkway goes around here, to this side of the house. And we do have a lot of parking here in this driveway. And it probably can't really see the second story without the lights on very well. I think you can turn the lights on up somewhere in there. Hold on. You still can't really see it. It's so dark outside to see everything. So that's too bad. I can't really show it to you right now. But, there's rooms up there. Stuff like that. What's nicest about it, well, there's a lot of things that are nice about it, but is that we're really out here in the woods. Or think about what's nice about it, the thing that came to mind is it's so soundproof. It's really soundproof, so even when it's loud outside, we don't hardly hear anything or nothing. It's got good flow. And it's got good TE, It's got a whole house vacuum, so you don't have to carry a vacuum around. You just plug the vacuum into the wall and it goes into the garage. And it's got a great laundry room that's like separate from everything else, so you don't have to like do laundry in the kitchen or do laundry in the garage or whatever. It's got more bedrooms than we need, but it's mostly because I'm not making good use of the space. You put one of my music stuff up in one of the upstairs rooms and dedicate the space to that or something, but I'm so bad about shit like that, Because the reason is, in order to do that, I really need to get a new laptop. And I always drag my feet when it comes to big expenditures. Well, I mean, today's a weird day for me to be saying that, but it's a weird day for me to be saying that because we're buying a house down the street. To be a rental property. I think we're going to try to do it as a vacation rental first. It's more work, but potentially more money. And there's some things that are preferable about it, like you get to keep a constant eye on your property because people only stay there for short durations, You want me to donate to me? No. I don't ask for donations. Sometimes I get them, but I don't ask for them. I don't make really any money off YouTube. This is just I don't know what you call it. It's a lifestyle. I would call I certainly would call it much more than or hobby is like totally inadequate to describe my relationship with YouTube. Um, it's infused so deeply into my life. I live stream at least once a day. You know, often multiple times a day, and I Rachel and I have an opportunity to socialize with a group of people who are interested in similar things, and it doesn't matter that we're kind of isolated out here in the wilderness. As long as we got internet, we're golden, you know. And and as far as the laptop goes, it's not so much that I can't afford a laptop as I'm bad at buying things. I don't like buying things, and I mean, like I'm fine with like going out to dinner, like buying, I guess you'd say, experiences or food, you know. But for some reason, I'm very slow to purchase items that I know I want and need. Like, I knew when I moved here I wanted to get a bass and a bass amp, but it took me 8 months to get around to getting it. When I did, I was very happy with it. I still am very happy with it. On the other hand, I also got a chainsaw, figuring I'd need that. I haven't used it once. I'm scared of it, is why. It's not that I don't need it, it's that I'm scared of it. Yeah, you are slow in your head. I am? Hmm. Well, I wish they would have put me in the remedial class because that would have been a lot easier than regular school. Are you intoxicated? Not implying anything, but I'm just wondering at Hisui hui hui hui. Hey Eric, can you talk about TISE, how TI and NE play off each other? It makes a lot of sense to me, but I can't wrap my head around logical deliberation and physical action play out. Well, what I would say about that is that it's easier to explain how TI goes with fourth slot NI than it is to explain how it goes with SE. And because TI is fundamentally a communicative function, for first and foremost, it you can probably come up with circumstances in which the TI and SE coordinate with one another in terms of actual action being taken, but they probably coordinate mostly in terms of determining which actions are adequately justified to take and or negating stuff in conversations. So you can see how SETI plays out at Taylor's channel. He might even be still streaming right now. Uh, he's got a panel of people there. He's the moderator. He's you know, making sure the conversation continues to move forward, not letting anybody dominate the conversation. Just, he's being a good mediator, you know, calling bullshit when necessary, whatever. And concurrently, um, like asking for donations the cool way. You know, you only ask for $1 for he tries to get it from a lot of people, you know. So he's still showing the same kind of third slot FE as I am, but in a more impactful way for him. Yeah, well, I started off going into that stream thinking I might join that panel, but I didn't see the link put up there. To join. I didn't really just want to listen to it, so I started a stream instead. I think when we try to compare any and SE with TI, it's like well, you can see how Taylor's using TI in a fundamentally more impactful way than I am, right? He's attaining results, getting a good amount of an audience for every one of his streams, and successfully monetizing it in a way that's not douchey, like, you know, BS Brusive, as some people call him. That's not my name for him, but I've heard that around here. I could, you know, I could end this stream and go try to participate in his thing. I don't really feel like it right now. It requires me to be a little bit more sharp. I'm a little less sharp than I would normally be on a day like today because I ate some canna butter earlier, and it's kind of retracted a bit from my head after I ate some food. I seriously doubt that Vincent Gallo would bother coming around here trolling. I mean, for one thing, he'd see pretty immediately that it's not working. Whatever goal he has in mind is not working, and that if he's paying any attention to me at all as he's attempting to troll, he's also recognizing that, oh, this guy's, you know, well, I'd have to. There are a lot of possible ways in which Vincent Gallo might respond to me, but one would hope he wouldn't simply persist in the same failed attempts to troll without any kind of ingenuity or like deftness whatsoever. I'd like to think he could do a little bit better than that. You know, I may find him off-putting because of his positions on YouTube and it's kind of like art elitist shit. But I will give him credit to say that I think he'd be a little bit more clever than that. Okay, you want me to watch you eat so much?
I just did.
Oh, you just did? Trevor, why are you such a pill all the time? Is it because we named you Trouble? Thereby guaranteeing it forever? Yes, you're nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
You're a very troublesome cat.
A very troublesome cat.
So I do feel like I'm getting kind of tired. I'm thinking if I were to take a couple of gallopins, I could probably knock out here. relatively soon. Maybe I'll take those gabapentins and continue streaming for a few minutes until they kind of kick in, and then try to head to bed. I'd like to get a decent number of hours of sleep tonight if I can. It's helpful to stay kind of on schedule. It's like staying ahead of the chains in football. You don't want to get yourself in a third and long situation. Rarely does that turn out well. So if you stay ahead of the game in terms of sleep, then all the world pats you on the back. But if you don't, then all the world spits in your face. There's a good fortune. It's a little long, but
Yeah, but they have long ones.
yeah. So, one thing I will say about Vincent Gallo is he certainly does come up a lot in chat and stuff. He's done a good job of making himself a high profile personality despite despite the fact that he's not really making anything, you know? Why do I take drugs to sleep? To sleep? Is that not a good enough answer? Are these green beans? No. This is marijuana. Grown on a marijuana plant. Well, like I'm trying to manage my energy slash dopamine levels slash Adderall consumption. So, uh, what that means is like if I don't go to sleep on the soonish side, then I will be in a situation where I'm awake, can't go to sleep, but not energized enough to do anything about it. And so if if I can get myself to go to sleep and sleep well um, at a reasonable hour, then I stay ahead of the chains. You know, it's like tomorrow when I get up and take Adderall, my dopamine reserves will be replenished from a good night's sleep, and it'll work well again rather than me getting diminishing returns. Does sleep have a certain amount of SE to it in a sense that you have to follow through with not looking at your screen and actually having to lay there for 30 minutes or something? Well, that's not how Rachel goes to sleep.
No, I don't.
She never stops having her phone next to her from when she first gets into bed and through hours later when she actually finally goes to sleep, through hours later when she finally wakes up, her phone is going the whole time.
Yeah.
I can usually tell if Rachel's, you know, how much Rachel is close to getting up or something, or if if she's still fast asleep. I just listen at the door for a second and hear her video playing, and then I can sometimes hear her breathing over it, and I go, okay, she's still fast asleep.
Am I snoring?
No, not usually. Once in a while, I might hear you go a little snorkel, but that's just being a human being. For me, your question sounds like maybe SE above and I, possibly this idea that, okay, I have to force myself to put down my screen and blah, 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 blah. Like, when I get into bed, I want nothing to do with any screen. Hey, look, it's Hasu Huey Hui Hui 7 Woo 3 He.
We were just talking about you.
Were we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone said that person could be Vincent Gallo.
Oh yeah, right, right. We were just talking about you. I was saying how you are not Vincent Gallo. You like to read a bit before bed. I just like to go to bed, close my eyes, do my imagination thing, and then fall asleep. And then try to sleep hard. Try to sleep long and hard to the best of my ability. I'm gonna have to, I know, get up multiple times a night to pee, but well, I wasn't saying it was you first last. I was saying that thing you described sounds like yeah, yeah. And then you say, well, I didn't say you said it was me. And then I go, okay, fine. It's weird to me people like sleeping.
Oh my god, I love sleep because I just do.
I it feels very satisfying to me. Um, you don't enjoy sleeping. He may be saying that to Hero Lamb, I guess. Uh, I like sleeping, but you know, I want to have more control over it than I do. So that's why I'll take gabapentins or antihistamines some nights to make me sleep. Um, if I really want to sleep, then I'll take half a Klonopin and two gabapentins. Then you got a successful combo. If you wait for the half a Klonopin to kick in some, it's still not gonna put me to sleep exactly. But then if I get to sleep, it'll help me to stay asleep for sure, and I'll sleep much better all night. So I'm anticipating that desirable outcome tonight, and I can feel myself ready to just yeah. I I gave up a fair amount of energy today by eating that can of butter. I don't think I'm going to be doing that again for a while, or if I am, I'll do it before bed or something because it kind of saps some of my pep and pizzazz from me. You sip my water and go to sleep. It's a good fortune for the fortune cookie contest, I think, Fly Guy.
Yeah.
I sip my water and go to sleep.
It's a great combo.
I'd leave off the last bit. I sip my water and go to sleep. I had that prescribed to me actually. Supposedly it helps with anxiety. It's called hydroxyzine. Hmm. The antihistamines I take are just what did that person say?
He wanted you to say the N word.
Oh, thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Uh, it's good to cuddle and sleep with a cute girl you like. That's good. Well, Rachel and we like to lie in bed together, but we don't, I wouldn't say cuddle per se.
No, we don't cuddle.
And
Rarely. Very rarely.
and then once I go to sleep, Rachel goes upstairs and goes to sleep. Cessnipis Prod says, I have a question. I have a statement.
Hey, eager polar bear.
Hi, eager polar bear. What are you eager for? Hey, I just take what's called Benadryl. I'm not taking any kind of prescription antihistamines. So I'm glad that Cessnip's Prod informed us of the reality that he has a question. Because I was wondering if he did or not. I sleep with the cat. Rachel sleeps with the other cat.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Rachel and the other cat are settling into a routine where the cat doesn't bother Rachel.
Yeah.
Kapia's pretty easy to sleep with, but she may want to go out of the room sometimes, you know.
Yeah, now I know that, like, if she's, like, hesitant and going in and out, that usually means she wants to go downstairs, but trouble is there. She wants to eat, so I'll just go down with her now. From now on.
The love of cats knows no limits. It knows some limits, but the cats win. You know,
Yeah, they do.
we're just not as strong as they are.
No. Even in virtual life, like Delilah was telling us that she has cats for in Minecraft, and she fed them tuna, and then they multiplied because they mated, and now she has 7 cats. And like she was saying, you know, basically that they take over her life too.
Name a car for an edit. An Oldsmobile. That's the car I name. Is that enough of a car, or do you have to give a make and model? I'll give the Chevy Eldorado. Ford Model T. That's also a good answer.
Is Toyota does Prius?
Yeah. Toyota Prius. There you go. You got so many cars for your one comment, Bonnie Neville. What is up with that thing anyway?
What thing?
Like,
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
It's a TikTok thing, I think, originally. But
okay.
I don't understand why people would come to YouTube and do it where it makes no sense. If on TikTok, I guess, somebody does an edit means something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean anything on YouTube. So I don't know why they say that here. Maybe it's just a meme. It doesn't mean anything. It's just being memey. Okay, and if so, this is fine. I think I'm ready to go to bed. I think I'm ready to go to sleep and maybe, perchance, to dream.
May I?
Yeah, of course. Just take those as needed. You don't need to talk to me about that at all.
Okay.
If I run out of those things, I don't care. I have to go like church time. You can get more probably already. Yeah. You know.
I think I can.
So
those aren't.
We could do special. The same time. You get your Klonopin though.
Yeah.
I own the 3000 whip Nissan GTR. Congratulations, Burr Bix. I am very proud of you and your car ownership. I wish you and your car well in your future life together. I know that you look great together. You seem very compatible. And that's why I'm giving you nitrous oxide as a wedding present. It's not for you to huff, it's for your car. Well, let's just say fun newcomers, Fly Guy. How about that? Why don't we be a little bit more welcoming? A lot of fun newcomers. Two twin turbos, custom combustion Zooast. I don't know what a combust Zooast is, but I'm glad to know that yours has been customized. I hate to think that you got a stock combust Zooast. Anyway, I am going to bed. They keep sucking me back in.
Yeah, it's hard to leave.
You know.
Like I don't really want to leave.
Okay, well, I'll try to stay up a little while longer.
It's hard. It's hard though. When you feel tired, it's like
Forged Nitro Pack V12 Spring. Just a coil set?
I don't know.
Or cool set. We'll see. It's behind the heart right now.
Yeah.
Coil set. Wow. I can't even tell if these are real things. It's this first last. I don't know either if they're real things. Forged Nitro Pack V12. V12 is, I guess, a real thing, right? There's V12s, aren't there?
I'm not sure.
Definitely V6s and V8s. Why wouldn't there be V12? I know there is a car called a GTR. The cars do use nitro to make themselves go faster. So at least a few of those words make sense to me. The other ones, the fact that they don't is not a good indication that they don't make sense because I don't know much about cars. All right, I hate to disappoint my lovely wife.
No, it's okay. I was starting to feel it too.
But I am tired. The best Roblox dev. Okay, well, maybe he made that car in Roblox. All right, good night, good luck, and goodbye. I love you all, and see you later.